Hi, my name is Dave. I'm your host. You're listening to The Last Podcast, where the first shall be last and the last shall be first. If this is your first time listening, welcome. I'm happy you found me. And if you're returning, welcome back. I really appreciate you listening, and I hope you continue to find tips, ideas, and value from listening to this podcast. Today is Poetry Friday, and for your newcomers, if you don't know, that's where I share some poetry with you. It might be something that I've written, or it might be some poetry of someone else, and they might recite their own. But today, you're in luck. I just got through writing what I think is a real nice poem. It's dear to my heart, and it's about writing. It's about my love for writing, and I hope you enjoy it. It's simply called Why I Write. I write to breathe, to free my soul, to stitch the wounds life made whole. The ink spills where my heart has bled. Pain forms from the words unsaid, so I have to write. I write to heal, to break the chains, to turn my lessons into gains. Easy, each syllable, a bridge to the light, building dreams throughout the night. I write for those who have lost their way, who seek the dawn but can't stand the day. For silent hearts that ache and yearn, I write so hope can finally return. I write because the truth must rise. Beyond the fears, beyond the skies, a voice, a fire, a guide, a beam, the echo of all my buried dreams. I write out of love. I write through my pain. I write through the showers when it rains. Through every line, through every rhyme, I write and hope it will stand the test of time. I write poetry as my words go beyond the skies to give the verses wings so they can fly. Through every verse that takes flight, illuminating dreams so they can see the day of light. To be a poet is like wearing my heart on my sleeves, sharing pieces of my imagination and sometimes truths people find hard to believe. I paint my emotions with broad strokes of creativity, an endless sea of bits and pieces of boundless space inside of me. With every spoken word, it's like fruit I write to give to you. A spark, a vision, something so true, a gift of wonder wrapped in voices where hope and magic can be found inside of you. Let my verses be the words that creates a melody that sets you free. For poetry is more than art. It's a language of the heart. I hope you enjoyed that poem. I have one more for you. I call this next poem My Mighty Pen. I was born with a story caged in my chest, a fable of words that gave me no rest. They called in the night, they sang in the day, begging for freedom, but yet pleading to stay. At first, I ignored them, pushed them aside, fearing the world would cast them deride. But silence was heavy, a weight on my soul, an emptiness so vast, it was like an echoing hole. Then, one lonely night, when the stars shined bright, I reached for my pen and held it tight. The ink poured out like a river untamed, setting my spirit alive and inflamed. With every stroke, with every line, I felt like the words no longer confined. The sorrow, the joy, the lessons, the pain. All I found was the voices like a sweet summer rain. Pages turned, so did I. No longer afraid to dream or try. My pen became a sword, my shield, a force of no doubt could make me yield. I wrote out of love. I wrote of loss, of bridges burned and paths crossed. Armed with my pen, as every verse would shine, a piece of my soul in every line. Through poetry, I found my place, a realm of wonder, light, and grace, a world where dreams take form and rise, where truth is spoken, no more lies. Now I write not just for me, but for those who need to see that words can heal, that hearts can mend, that every poem is like a guiding light to no end. Let my passion freely flow, like the fire upon the pages it glows. For writing is not just what I do, it is the gift that I share with you. I hope you like that poem. That's all I got for you today. If you're a poet and you would like to have your poems on this show, do me a favor and just hit me up at thelastpodcast443@gmail.com and we'll make it happen. I love poetry. I love writing. It's not all about poetry. I love writing, period. I think writing helps us to find ourselves on such a deep level. But when we write, and we write to ourselves, we bear our souls on the paper through the words and through the lines that we share all of ourselves in that moment, in that time. The truth is laid bare, and bare we lay the truth. I hope that if you're not a writer, that you become one, so you can experience the joy and the pain, because you wouldn't even know what the joy is like if you haven't experienced the pain. So write. Let me encourage you today to write. Write every day. Write 10 minutes. Write 5 minutes. Write your thoughts. Write your dreams. Let your dreams come to life by putting it on paper. Write. I encourage you. If you're not a writer, then start being one. It will be your best friend. So that's all I got for you today. Do me a favor and subscribe. Like this podcast. I thank you so much for sharing a few of your precious moments listening to my heart. Have a blessed day. Have a wonderful weekend and be good. Bye.